Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to the May 4th meeting of the Finance Committee. I call the meeting to order. Mr. Price and Reverend Benson are here. Mr. Moriel cannot make it. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. First item is the fiscal 22 proposed budget. Mrs. McLam.
So in your packets tonight, and on the screen, we have the updated version of the budget presentation. I'm going to go through a few slides, just those that have changed since the last time we discussed them. The budget priorities have remained the same. All of our operational priorities, as well as our funding needs for compensation, program expansions, and our CIP. So on the operating budget, we did, at your request, add a line item for the bus driver salary increase. That's the only additional item here, as well as we did make an amendment to the redirects. We found some additional funding to redirect.
So now between the redirects and the increased amount the county is giving to us is about how much?
The county's given us $3,349,000, I believe is
And
the
that's
number.
$2,110,000. Is that what it was? So we're getting about $5.5 million between the county and our own
Yes,
redirects.
yes.
Okay, to add to this
Yes,
year's budget. Okay.
for that bottom line of $8
Okay.
million.
Sorry, go ahead.
On the operational side, we, out of facilities, came some amendments to the categorical lines for the CIP, and we did remove what would have been year 2, but in year 3 of the smart panel refresh. That changed the bottom line and brought us down to $19,569,000.
Okay.
That updates our funding summary to reflect a total ask between a combination between capital and local operating of $5.7 million of additional funding. The majority of that funding is going to be related to compensation. And as you see, and $1 million in the capital. I will remind you, we do not have true-up funding this year, and that true-up funding does have an impact on that change of $1 million, because last year it was 1.2.
Correct.
So that's part of why you see the change in the capital piece.
Okay, so as we've discussed before, we have some things that are somewhat mandated or required in our budget.
Yes.
So if you look on slide 8 and 9, we have the program continuation. Those are all required. We have the in number 3A, all of that's required because those are legislative increases.
Correct.
And then if you go to the next page, the $1 million for the charter
schools. Yes.
school projections. So those all together are $4.738 million.
Correct.
So if you take that from the $5.5 million that we have above last year, we have about $761,000, 259. And we still haven't talked about the compensation market adjustments for both transportation and the support staff. And on the next page, on 9, the high school athletic directors, the additional months of employment, and the cyber security network position. So that would be all of that stuff would be about $26,000 above where we are.
Where we currently are, yes.
Yep.
Between redirects and additional
Right.
funding. Yeah.
And that doesn't even get us to the supplement increases or the bus driver hourly. So that's just a discussion, just to tell everybody where we are.
I also added almost like an appendix with some supplemental data and graphs from multiple of our meetings, other information that I shared at the joint meeting, and supplemental information that I've included in at our work session. So you'll see a lot of the graphs that you've seen in multiple other presentations at the end of this presentation, just to put them all together in one.
Okay. And the budget also includes the CIP that was also on board docs, if anybody has any questions about that.
Yes.
That came recommended from the facilities department. department committee, excuse me.
Yeah, so it does include CIP, and then we add in all the additional lines that you see in capital dollars
Yep.
to create one document.
Does anyone have any question on the budget or I know we just looked at it a week or two ago.
Right.
And the CIP, any questions? Okay, so I need a motion to recommend to the full board the approval of the fiscal 22 proposed budget and CIP.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great, thank you. Next up is the summer program compensation schedule that we also saw at our last meeting that we asked Mrs. McLam to go back and look at some things, and here we are again.
Yes, so I have gone back in and amended for the bus drivers and other hourly workers. We have included we would pay them at their regular hourly rate and included them in the weekly bonuses to be paid out at the conclusion of the summer program. So we reworked this. I also added, I realized that I had not listed the designated summer site administrators on our compensation plan as well. And since this is one of our compliance documents, I added that at the very top that you'll see.
Great. Has it changed what your total estimate of the cost of the summer program?
No,
Do you have it? It's still about $9 million?
yes.
Okay.
We're looking at probably 9 to 9.5 right
Okay.
now.
Okay. And you saw the numbers of the students that have signed up
Yes.
already, so that's good to
And
know.
it's coming in about where we were projecting, so I
Okay.
feel good about some of our, and there's a little bit of give in there just to keep the class sizes.
And
same.
that's from ESSER 2, correct?
That's going to be, yes,
Mostly.
first round will be ESSER. We will use ESSER 2, the majority of it.
And we got about 17 million in ESSER 2.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to remind people who are, okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any questions on that? If not, I need a motion to recommend to the full board the approval of the summer program compensation schedule.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. The next item is the proposed one-time payments to staff that we asked Ms. McLean to go back and clarify something for us, so.
Yes, so I have updated that memo to include some of the things we discussed previously. It does, it is pending approval from the county commissioners, and it would be for all those employees employed as of April 30th.
As of April 30th,
April
thank
30th
you.
would
That
be
was
our
the
cutoff.
thing that we talked about,
Yes.
was when
Mhm.
they had, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have any questions on that? If not, I need a motion to recommend to the full board the proposed one-time payments to staff.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Our next meeting is next month, at May 25th at I think it's Zoom for that last one, and then we're done with Zoom at 9 a.m. on the 25th. Does anyone have anything else? Any questions? 25th of May. I know I said June. I was too far ahead. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.